Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Truth Hurts. First off, I want to say thank you for the growing amount of comments and support I'm receiving for these YouTube videos. It feels good to be appreciated when I'm trying to help someone else. Today, I'm going to discuss red flag number 19. How dangerous are narcissists? Quote from my first book, What the Hell Happened? And this is coming from a woman, number 253. I apologize. I have ruthless cousins and ex-friends. I have probably seen every dirty thing a woman could do to a good man who loved her. They took advantage of these poor men to the 59th power. Do you understand that? It was worse than a father being wrapped around his little girl's finger. Do you understand? They literally used and abused these poor men, but when the men woke up, oh my goodness, it was on and ugly. Narcissism is a psychological disorder where the person lacks empathy and remorse. Thus, they can do anything and not feel bad about it. I'm going to say this again because I really want you to understand this. They can do anything and not feel bad about it. All truths passes through three stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as self-evident. Self-centeredness is a trait of the narcissist. These are individuals that are too interested in themselves to care about the needs or feelings of other people. They tend to ignore the needs of others only to find what's best for them. These people are what you call monsters. A monster is a callous entity that causes pain and suffering to others without remorse, simply to gain the instant gratification it desires at that moment. A monster's purpose is to destroy you. They are agents of the devil. How do we get with these monsters? Out of desperation. For this one and one time only, I'm going to get spiritual on you. I don't like getting spiritual because I consider myself a heathen. Read my books if you want to know why that is. Just keep in mind that this heathen is better than most of you so-called Christians. So judge yourself before you attempt to judge me. Most people are afraid of being alone. It's the reason why everyone needs someone. It is the reason why God created Eve, because God's intentions were not to have humans to be alone. It's also the reason God and Lucifer had their fallout, the angelic war. In case you don't know, the angelic war is where Lucifer, the devil, Satan himself, who was God's right hand and most favored angel, turned against God when he commanded Lucifer to bow down to his creation and train mankind so they can evolve. Jealousy made Lucifer angry and caused him to hate with a hatred that has no limits and no bounds. Disgusted, Lilith raised Lucifer raised an army of angels to overthrow God himself. After Lucifer and the fallen angels were defeated and cast into hell, God appointed angels, the last lower angelic order, to mankind to look over us and keep us company. Even as an infant, you are granted a guardian angel because we are not meant to be alone. Therefore, we put up with the bullshit because we keep telling ourselves it will get better. I just have to hang in there. It will be worth it in the end. Then I won't have to be alone because I would have earned their affection. One day they will wake up and they will be the person that's worth being with. The ones who will love you and never leave you. Even if there's 100 reasons to give up, they will find one reason to hold on. But what we don't take into consideration is the fact that the person we want are not thinking like us. I'm telling you the truth. The person takes advantage of the situation by thinking that this person will do anything for me and I'm going to give them my ass to kiss. Then it becomes an ego thing. Men are not the only ones who are ego. Women have egos too. The ego, amplified by attitude, creates the bitch. Men are bitches too. These monsters cause you to get out of your character. You will end up doing things you won't normally do, like killing. Red flag. Anyone that takes you out of your character is not worth being with. They will cause you to do something that will ruin your life. Always remember, you are the most important person, not them. Run. Now, I'll be honest with you, because I really want people to understand how the human mind operates. I'm not a violent person, not by a long shot. I'm a pacifist. However, there's a point where a non-violent person can be driven to violence. It's called temporary insanity, and it's very hard to prove in court. Red flag. Narcissists will cause you to weigh the pros and cons of going to jail. They will have you saying to yourself, damn, if I do this, I'll go to jail. How much time are we talking about? Run, Forrest, run! How violent can someone get? When I came back to New York, I spoken to about 500 people, men and women. 80% of them said they would kick the shit out of my narcissist. Some of the comments were, they would still be looking for the body. I would whoop her ass and worry about jail later. I will pay someone to beat her up every week for a year. Someone said, no woman gets beat this bad without being the root of the issue. Ass whoopings don't just fall out of the sky on women. If they get beaten like this, trust and believe it's something they did to bring it on, especially if it's a black woman. White women get beat up for something stupid and then call the cops. Black women will call the cops for something stupid and then get beat up for doing it. See the difference? One is warranted while the other is a result. Now, when you get violent to this magnitude, it will cause people to go to jail. The clean record you once had in court will now have domestic abuse on it. Now you have to explain to job recruiters why you've been to jail during a background check. Dependent on the sentence you get, you can go to prison for multiple years, causing you to get raped in prison. Do you see how dangerous they are? If you don't go to prison, you will go to therapy because your mind will be all fucked up from the mind fuck. These monsters will laugh at your pain and for becoming crazy and tell you to seek therapy when they're the ones that caused it. Cause you to become extreme because you will become obsessed. These are the people that took the Florence Nightingale Pledge, which is similar to the doctor's Hippocratic Oath, to help people get better. It's ironic that the same people that's supposed to help you destroy you. Please, please watch my video on discipline and self-control with a narcissist. This video will provide you with the strength to deal with these monsters.